education should not just be centralized in one classroom, it should be decentralized because that's how life is. You learn, the lifelong learner mentality is about learning everywhere and anywhere you go.
80後陳曉為 Natalie 年少嗰陣讀國際學校，美國大學讀工程畢業，曾任職德勤，幾年前辭職教書，舊年更加創辦教育 startup 自由學園 Own Academy。冇傳統學科課程，冇固定教學地點，佢設移動教室，帶青少年到全港體驗現實生活，請各行專家身教，目標幫助學生揾到學習動力，並且了解各種工作嘅真實面貌，發掘適合自己嘅出路。
So Own Academy is all about providing ownership to students because I feel like a lot of times as students go through the education system, we're just a passive element and we don't take ownership. And the moment that you don't take ownership, you don't really care about what you're learning, you don't really understand what you're learning. And so growing up in Hong Kong, I felt that I was one of those. I've always relied on what education system has given me. I've relied on what my mom has found for like after school activities. I never really had my own thoughts. Until I graduated and then I realized that all that I learned in school didn't seem to matter in the real world, and I really want to understand why is there such a gap between education and employment. So that's been kind of my mission statement for the past 5 years, is like to really how can I bridge the gap between the two.
自由學園着重培養創業精神，今個暑假夏令營就請咗泳褲品牌 Masu 創辦人 Adam 同學生分享創業心得。
So you can see where I've gone from doing research on Wikipedia and other various sources and found out various different information and applied them to swimwear. But the most important thing, like I said, is the entrepreneur turns ideas into reality, okay? And my reality was turning the goddess of the sea and maritime culture into a pair of swim shorts.
之後學生自己用手機 App 探路，步行到海事博物館揾設計靈感。午餐喺社企餐廳解決 ，Natalie 又指導負責管理開支嘅學生俾錢。下晝學生到訪時裝店，參觀已經上架嘅泳褲。最後佢哋嘅畫作被掃描到泳褲嘅模板上面，逐個介紹構思。陳曉慧提問引導學生思考定價、銷售渠道等等。
Because if you look at it, like information is ready, that if you're in a third world country versus in a first world country, everybody has the same access of information. So knowing is not the power, but knowing how to find that information is the power. And that's really how I try to teach my students to understand where do you research, how do you decipher information that is correct, or like the false information or the right information, the false information, the right information, and also how can you access knowledge. Nowadays, with social media, I mean, everybody is accessible. And if you can only access people and recognize how easy it is to say use LinkedIn or use Facebook to find people, then your kind of network and your ability to do is so much more, rather than just like study a book and go through like kind of the traditional things. Because I mean, Own Academy is very much on entrepreneurial spirit, and entrepreneurial spirit is not about building a business, but it's about how do you solve problems and how do you find people that can solve problems with you.
自由學園今年更曾經短暫吸引到一位12歲嘅學生 Hillary 全日加入，由 Natalie 1對1教學。
最中意就我哋可以出去見下其他人啊，做唔同嘅嘢，唔似普通學校係一定要一個班房入邊定時定候，淨係做一樣嘢，可以輕鬆少少做好多唔同嘅嘢，係真係好好咯。
Hillary 係創業圈嘅小名人，2015年憑住設計語言學習 App 獲得創業比賽第1名，仲經常參加城中嘅創業活動。
學同其他人接觸咯，你就冇咁怕醜，你自然，因為你都需要同好多人面前講嘢，你就多啲自信咯。
讀書嘅環境啊，你希望佢點樣變得更加好？
俾細路仔多啲時間做自己嘢咯。即係話，如果你而家真係太多嘢做，係大壓力到，你真係冇咗自己，變成一個淨係識考試功課嘅機械人啦。如果學校俾啲細路仔多啲時間，真係可以發現到自己嘅最中意啲嘢，最想帶入咗佢未來想點， 咁樣我覺得係對香港最好咯。
Ultimately, I really want Own Academy to help Hong Kong's education system innovate, because I think that Own Academy, it's all about your ownership that you take as a human being. And I think that in Hong Kong, there's a lot of people that, a lot of students, I'm generalizing, but a lot of students like to blame things for what's not happening. But ultimately, I think if you take charge of your life, then you can make anything happen. And I see a lot of Hong Kong students right now, I mean, there's a lot of negativity in the education system. It's because they just don't understand why they have to learn everything that they learn. If we want to keep Hong Kong as a leading global city, the students in Hong Kong needs to be more innovative and recognize that, you know, there's more opportunities besides what we see as a doctor, a lawyer, or a banker. And we can be inventors, we can be makers, we can be problem solvers, we can really do a lot of change. And I think all of this change actually comes from changing the education system first.